An anonymous review of Moving Violation by Stone 3. Love IT. I heard it before and I am sure I liked it then, but I don't remember if I loved it then, and I am anonymous. But here I go again, writing a critical review of a song when I probably have no business doing so, because for one, I cannot sing. For two, I cannot play an instrument, and especially for three, because I do not hear so well and do not understand but a small percentage of what I hear, caused no doubt from standing or dancing in front of big ass speakers and speakers or amps or whatnot stacked one upon the other to the top at big concerts and rock shows at bars and stuff like that. It sucks, man. I hate trying to watch a movie on TV because even with the volume up enough to piss off, make mad, not make drunk. Ellipsis. Oh, that's right. As an anonymous guy pretending to be from or but really have never set foot outside of the USA, I know that you know American lingo, Mick. Devi is global, huh? My anonymous wife, cough Peruvian. OSSSSSHHH. Ellipsis. I still have much difficulty understanding what is said. So I read the closed captioning. But that sucks lots, cause now I'm just reading words and not seeing the actions or expressions anymore. I was just wondering the other day if expensive hearing aids would help a lot or not. Check this out. I'm listening to a podcast or an audio book or whatnot with like iPod earbuds plugged in either ears. The left one falls out of my ear and what do I notice? Generator has suddenly turned into one of Dave's Chipmunks Theodore or whoever. I take it out and try the other ear and it is like Cyril Ravenscroft saying, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Testicles of Jupiter." It is not the earbuds though. I switch them L to R and R to L and always my right ear hears no low and my left ear can't get highs. I need a closed captioning for my audiobook, so wait, that would just be a book, right? LOL. Oh yes, speaking of closed captioning, I think you said your brother was gonna add the lyrics to the video. Tell him an anonymous fellow, said happy birthday by the way. What a great day he has for a birthday. Well, I can help him with that. I took the liberty of transcribing the lyrics to your song while listening to it with pen and paper so Chris does not have to when he adds the closed captioning to your video. You guys are most welcome. Here they are. Catch up, Moving Violation. New line. Catch shit by alcohol intoxication. New line. It's a weekend by my head. New line. Sometimes I feel like The Walking Dead. New line. Just add down to who I am. I feel the same. I guess I do. It picks my brain. I don't feel the same. Emma, watch you go. Gets you on it. No. Mother violation. I get a moving violation. Curtained by the United Nations, it's just for pitching through my hands. Remember what you, The Walking Dead. Talking about down. I jit go who I am, I wished again. Guess you wanna. This I pray, they jit you one, watch it again, I feel the same. Jit you one. Why jit you one. Why Mother violation. Long instrumental. Whoosh. More instrumental. This I go fault, this I guess I go, the I though I think I go. This I pray, wish the same, so I crawled it again. TC Mother violation. Long instrumental. Whoosh. More instrumental. This I go fault, this I guess I go, the I though I think I go. This I pray, wish the same, so I crawled it again. TC wasa. Just a moving violation. Yap, Mick, Chris and the rest of the boys in the band, there ya go. I am anonymous, you men are not. I didn't just write those out for Chris to use when he puts the text on the vid. Isn't it called a crawl? I would like to see the return of the bouncing ball in order to better be able to follow actually. But for this song analysis I decided it would be more complete if I also examined the liturgical meaning behind the words, the poetry in your fine song. Let me begin with other aspects of the song though. The title brought back bittersweet memories from 3 months ago. I have a very good driving record. I have been in hardly any accidents in my life. I've never even let any fucking vehicle punks, FVP, rear-end me. No hold-ins either. I have no tickets even for almost 25 years. Until a few short months ago when I received a Yap. You guessed right. A moving violation. Fucking pigs. 55 miles per hour in a 45 zone, 88 kph in a 72. Construction area, with no workers present, so they doubled the fine. Since I have a commercial driver's license, I was not allowed to get the ticket deferred or go to the driving school to get the ticket expunged. Thanks for reminding me of the points against my formerly perfect driving record and the $435.50 that I had to shell out. See attachment.
Or don't see attachment.
Despite that painful memory, I must still say that I loved the song. Your bass player is valid. What are I better even than? Bruce Springsteen. Link. S first bass player. JK. He's really good though. Mean it. I love the drumming and the guitar as well, of course. To my untrained ear it sounded very well mixed and perfectly produced too. The vocals were not drowned out and the vocalist made it seem easy. Without seeming to try too hard, he presented a flawless performance in Ho. Like so very many other classic rock and roll tunes, there exists a certain amount of lyrics sung with somewhat of an ambiguous sound where the listener isn't sure of a word sung or more. Not mumble rap certainly, but rather the perfect balance of slur song was expertly applied here. In fact, very little of it was needed here, and I am not referring to the common vocal fill exercises such as nu or ya that were effortlessly executed herein. The example subtly submitted was in fact the repeated use of some word that sounded vaguely like the word whoosh. I think the OG, original gangster, OP, original poster, is disguising the word crouton with sublime brilliance, or maybe breadcrumbs. I can't be sure, but they both have the same meaning, so it doesn't matter. Just as Werner Klemperer recommenced a vibraslaptours, not to be confused with any citizen of a ellipsis. What am I, a simple anonymous guy, doing? You know who I mean, for Crazy Train and Abe Lincoln endlessly hounded ALB Bouchard with the refrain more cowbell, 3 exclamation marks, resulting in such a fantastic hit. Let me hear now say more whoosh, 3 exclamation marks. Don't get me wrong though, the song is greatly enhanced with the subtle placement sandwiched by anoreaing some jaw-dropping and drool-producing instrumentalism inside the middle of the song. I know you all musicians have specificities jargon that describes this stuff, like breaking on the bridge or rolling with it or chorus or solo leader. Not to mention the line I wished again. More whoosh, 3 exclamation marks, says I, or more croutons, 3 exclamation marks, LOL. Inside joke because I figured out the meaning of your song ellipsis. But yay, I wished again. You recognize that the listener may have heard the whooshing and the singer tips his hat to him. Somewhat reminiscent of Third Eye Blind, Link, S Semi-Charmed Life, and then I bumped up, ellipsis, and then I bumped again. But only with whoosh, crouton, instead of bump. More about the literary meaning of the lyrics. The story is of course the eternal classic struggle and simultaneously completely an original creative notion, and though I do not understand completely why Wiccans were used, but it does turn out to be the most effective vehicle with which to summon the feeling of the Walking Dead. An abomination. They should just lay and rot, but they are moving in violation of all that is useful and not without grace. Of course, the story spins out and wraps the listener with interest as he wonders how the UN might curtail or curtain the demonic demic. But I'm not here to simply summarize your story. I am rather critically acclaiming it. The structure of the poem that always are the lyrics of the song. I understand the importance of using diabolic pentagram-meter or a more iambic meter, haiku, limerick, or a free, less binding and more versatile verse structure, but conversely it is well known that the experts disagree on the uses and misuses of rhyme in lyrical poetry. 3 decades ago at a meeting of a writers' guild that I was a member of, and during an exercise that did include the writing of poems, one member asked the question, "What about rhyme?" Well, our guild master had already made hints that disclosed his veiled distaste of rhyming words, but recognizing that his thoughts were not unanimously held by all of the big shots in his field, he did say, "Well, if you were gonna make it rhyme, it had better be immortal." Fucking a wow, man, thought I to myself. A couple weeks ago, however, I was listening to an interview with a new poet laureate in the USA, my home when I'm not pretending to be an anonymous Australian fellow, and then she was asked to recite one of her poems. She did.
Crouton.
I listened and she used a free-form structure, or some formulaic structure of her own devised so exquisite as to be unrecognizable as a structured
breadcrumbs
poem, and
again.
she did not rhyme.
Breadcrumbs.
Yea, it was about important stuff and had deep meaning to the best of my recollection, but guess what? It sounded... Yea, it was about important stuff and had deep meaning to the best of my recollection, but guess what? It sounded to me a lot like she had written and was then reading a fucking paragraph. Yours is the song.
Fucking
It has rhyme.
paragraph.
It is not a paragraph.
No.
Most sincerely, Anonymous.
Crouton.
New line. Tech iMovie.